Hello, hello, my people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 my friends. Is the title of my live on? Probably not. But we're gonna do with it, right? Right, guys. Hi, um, hi, 6689 Alexis. Hello, Sidel 14. My people who are on Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Send me a message, send me a comment so I can see you guys are there. Salut Ruth, salut Claudette the Source. Hi my people. Hi Jean Kenny. Hi everyone. Let me see something. Can I change the title? That's questions. Request to join. Maybe I can't do anything. I'm just gonna stay like that. Hi guys. Hi Astrid. Hi my people from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Let me know that you're there. Send me a message. Let me know that you can hear me well. As a matter of fact, let me put my headphones on because I know that my phone will need this. Uh, Hold on. Okay. I think you guys are going to be able to hear me better here. And I think my people here, I'm going to stop the music. Okay. Pause due to poor connection. Hi, my people from Instagram. Let me know that you can hear me well. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know that you can hear me. Jaya, you hear me? I see you pop up, but I'm not sure if it's a message. Let's see. I see Jaya is up. My Instagram people, let me know you're here. Let me know you can hear me. Send me a message. Fanny Delis just joined. Mr. Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius too. Hi Aqua Buddy. Hello Aqua Buddy, I'm an Aqua too. Let me know that y'all can hear me. We are live. All right, Jaya. Jaya can hear me. That's good. On Facebook, on Instagram. One of my Instagram buddies, let me know. Say, give me like a shout out, give me a message, give me a heart, give me a peace sign. That's what we're going to talk about. Give me a peace sign if you can hear me, please. I want to see one peace sign before we start. I miss you guys so much. I was so excited to do this live today. I have a heart coming up. I'm so excited. Hi, Jarhead, Fabside, Ben Giovannim, Kalalu. Ooh, I love that name, Kalalu. Hi, hello, Diwal, Heartful. Thank you so much. I'm happy that you're online. Hi, my people. I'm going to check my Facebook. I am on. I see myself. And please, anybody who's on Facebook, share the live. Please share the live so people can know that we're on. Let everybody know that we're on so we can get this party started. Jaya, I see you just joined Instagram. Just let me know if you can hear me well because I'm using perfect Jaya. Thank you. So we're good on all fronts. Guys, I'm happy. I'm happy to be here today. I'm happy to have this show today because today is the first month where we're going to talk about peace. You will notice that everybody on the No Filter platform is going to talk about peace. So we want to bring this topic to you guys today because you know it's a topic that's a little bit overlooked. I think a little bit overlooked. Sometimes people have like some misconceptions about peace. Some people think that peace is actually boring. Is peace boring? Please let me know in the comments. Is peace boring? Yes or no? Tell me, yes, peace is boring, or no, peace is not boring. Because to be honest, there was a time in my life where I thought peace was boring and I sacrificed my peace. Come to find out, that was the wrong thing to do. But I had to go through the lesson. Let me know what you guys think. Is peace a boring thing, or is peace something that is important? Again, not everybody values that in their lives, but we're going to go into detail. We're going to talk about peace. We're going to discuss peace. And then at the end of the live, I'm going to make you guys go through an exercise where you can actually measure your peace score. So at the end of this live, okay, thank you, Fabset. It's not boring, but it used to be for me. And you know what? I'm glad that you say that. Do you know what your peace score is? Like from 0 to 100. Do you have a way to measure peace? Now, if you guys know me, the School of Superpowers, you know I absolutely love teaching people things that actually, that they can actually use. Not just like a kumbaya thing, or I feel good about this or I feel good about that, but really, what does Hi Morales 314, peace is necessary for the evolution of life. Thank you, Sensia. That's it. I think you're stealing my life from me because this is where I'm going. It is essential, but it is essential to the evolution of our personal lives. So that's the thing. But when you don't know, or when you take peace for granted, you tend to not. So today, at the end of the live, please stay until the end. I'm going to teach you very quickly something that you can do so you can measure the peace level of your life. And at any point in time, you can say, okay, I'm going to measure peace and I'm going to recognize which aspect is decreasing my overall peace level and what I can do about it. And this is coming from a leader, from a serial entrepreneur who went through so much in his life and he came up with that system, which I thought was fantastic. Okay. So before I give you the goods, let's just break down the topic. You know me and my notes. I have to take my notes so I can know that I'm on topic, because y'all know how much I love to talk. And I can just talk and talk and talk. If I don't have my notes, you guys are going to be here all night. I don't think you want that. I know you probably like me a little bit, but maybe not that much. So that is why I'm going to pull out my notes, my live session notes. Okay, I got it. My live session notes on peace. All right. So first of all, let's define peace. Peace means aiming in your lane. It means to live your life to the fullest. Whoever it pleases will be at peace with you. Diwal, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right, but you are absolutely right. There's a lot of that that's connected with inner peace, outer peace, world peace. This is really ultimately what it is. But let's break down, because we're also going to go through what peace is not. Because what we want to do, we want to make sure. Hi, Sage Natural Canada. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for being here. We're going to go through the definition of peace. Then we're going to go and look at all the misconceptions about peace, what peace is not. We already said peace is not boring. That's one thing. Peace is essential to life. Some people don't know that. I didn't know that. And I was in my full 30s. I didn't know that I had to protect my peace. I didn't know that peace was something that I needed to cherish. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's present peace. Peace is a multifaceted concept with layers that address both the world around us and our inner state. So let's get that all squared away. When people are talking about world peace, they are also talking about your personal peace and peace inside of you, your inner peace. When we talk about peace, we're going to talk about inner and outer peace. The first thing is peace is the absence of conflict. But this is the ground base of peace. This is not only what peace is, okay? Peace is the absence of conflict. So this is at its most basic level. Peace is the absence of war, violence, and hostility. It's about societies functioning with a sense of security and order, allowing people to live without fear. Hi, friends. So again, so you see the definition absence of conflict. You see how they're talking about societies? Think about your life, think about your family, think about your relationship ships. Are your relationships, hi Sabine Gelye, are is in your life, in your personal relationships, are you in a state of absence of conflict? Tell me. Would you say after this basic definition of peace, this is the first layer of the definition of peace. It says that at its most basic level, it's the absence of war, violence, and hostility. How many people here can truly say that their relationships is voided of conflict, of hostility, right? So if at your basic relationship levels you don't have peace, then your foundation is completely shut. If you are living in a state where the place that you live in is not peaceful, then a lot of other things in your life is you will not be able to sustain peace because this is the bedrock in the definition of peace. Your relationships, your surroundings. How peaceful is it? So keep that in mind. They also talk about harmony and coexistence, right? So that the second layer, peace goes beyond just the absence of conflict. It encompasses a state of harmony and cooperation between individuals or groups. Imagine different cultures or communities existing peacefully, respecting each other's differences. Anybody was there in my last live where I was talking about polyamorous relationships? That's one of them, right? People having different lifestyles. Can you live in harmony with them? Can you be in a place where there's harmony between people who have different lifestyles than you? Harmony and coexistence, regardless of your personal belief. Can you be at peace with the person next to you who's living a life that doesn't look like the kind of life that you are living? That is a form of peace. If you recognize all of what we talk about is always connected. You know, I'm not a Bible reader necessarily, but I know of the Bible, right? And one of the things that I loved about the Bible is when they said, well, before anything, there was love. But because love is such a big concept, let's break it down and create the whole Bible. So it's either the whole Bible or the word love. And so this is why the School of Superpowers talks about these types of concepts, because these concepts are overarching everything else. So you're gonna notice I'm talking about peace, but I'm still talking about the people who are in polyamorous relationships, people who are polygamous relationships, people who are transgenders, people who are different, any kind of sexual, any kind of personal lifestyle choices. All of that is relates to peace because some people they're like, "Oh, I'm at peace," but the next thing you know, they go outside and there's this like hostility towards somebody else. So let's check ourselves there. If our objective is to maintain peace, are we maintaining peace? Inner tranquility. That's another layer of the definition of peace. Peace refers to a state of inner calm and well-being. It's about feeling free from worry, anxiety, or agitation. This inner peace allows us to navigate challenges with a sense of composure and balance. Let's take an example. You know who I'm going to say? Nelson Mandela in prison for 26 years. I don't know. He didn't come out gun blazing. He didn't come out hating everybody around him. He didn't come out with hostility in his heart and in his mind. He wasn't animated by feelings of revenge. No, he was animated by the strange feeling of peace. People are like, what? What? How can this dude be feeling like this when all of that happened to him? This dude was in prison for 26 years, and now you're trying to tell me he's not trying to seek revenge? How many of us would be in that situation and not trying to seek revenge? We've sought revenge for less than that, much, much less than that. Somebody slights us a tiny bit, and we're out there gun blazing. How many of us can truly foster peace to that level? How many of us can truly do that? I don't know. So let's consider inner peace. How much of inner peace can we still foster and maintain while the world is going around us, while things are happening to us? And I have a little story to tell you at the end as well that kind of sums up all of that pretty well. And then you have justice and equity. You cannot be in a world where you're living in the world and the person next to you is not at peace, then there's no peace. True peace is often linked to concepts of justice and equity. When people feel they are treated fairly and have their needs met, there's less reason for conflict. Peace building efforts often address underlying social issues that can fuel tension. Let me give you an example. For all the Haitian people on the live, for all the Haitian people on the live who actually were born and raised in Haiti, or who have lived in Haiti, or who go to Haiti on a regular basis. I remember growing up, born and raised in Haiti, right? So I didn't know anything outside of Haiti. And I remember I had a pretty nice childhood, man. Like we were doing nice things, we were doing fun things because my family was pretty well off, right? So we were pretty good. But then I remember the first time I was aware of poverty when I saw kids that look like me, same skin color, same age, look like me. They could be my sister, and I see these kids in extreme poverty. But then I look around me and I notice that everybody's still going along. Everybody's still fine. What it did to me, it internalized and it normalized what I was looking at, because ultimately I wanted to keep the sense of peace and safety and happiness that I had in my life. So what I did, I normalized poverty. I normalized the fact that I had kids, same age, same complexion, me. It could be me. I could see myself in them, but yet they were never going to have the life that I had. You see, justice and equity. So, me, I was living in a false sense of peace because I had to normalize violence in order to accept what I was seeing around me. So, peace also involves equity and justice for other people. There's truly no real peace, right? So that's why a lot of people, the Miss Universe pageants, whenever they ask those ladies, if you can do one thing, what would you do? They say world peace. Now it's kind of corny, ha ha ha, but it is actually is the most ultimate thing that we can ever do for the world. If there's one thing we could do for the world, is give it world peace. But we're not doing that. So yeah, it's corny, haha, hoo hoo. Oh, look at these girls saying all these, lightweight stuff. But it's really when you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, just like the Bible, you could not read the Bible, and if you understood what love meant, you would have it. So same thing here, right? So equity and justice, you cannot have peace without having equity and justice. Whatever else you have is just a false sense of peace, or a peace that's not at 100%. Now remember, same as peace, same as love, these things are things we're trying to move towards. It's not necessarily how, it's not a destination. Peace is a journey. Okay? Healing is a journey. Love is also a journey. It is not a destination. So it is okay if you don't get to a place where you are at perfect peace. It is okay if you don't get to a place where it's perfect, perfect love, because these things don't exist. Now, let's talk a little bit about some misconception we have about peace. But remember, we're doing all this because we're setting our minds so we can learn exactly how to measure peace. At the end of this live, I want all of us to have the exact tools to use to be able to determine what their peace level is. Stay tuned. You want to know how to measure your peace levels every single day. Again, if you guys know anything about me, the School of Superpowers, this is what I do. I bring you actual tools that you can actually use, that's actually going to give you results, not feel good things. Feel good things are okay, but I feel like for me, I did a lot of self-help. You listen to Tony Robbins, you listen to those people, highly motivational. But motivational speeches do not give me the tools that I need. I want you to tell me what to do. I want you to tell me step by step what to do. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can measure peace in your life. Now let's move on. Let's move on to some misconceptions. Let's debunk this peace thing. Actually, before I say that, guys, I want you, everybody here on the live, because I want this to be interactive. Let me know. Do you feel like you have a good sense of, can you measure peace in your life? Do you know what your peace score is? What is your peace score? Do you rate 8 out of 10 when it comes to peace? When you look at everything in your life, do you rate your peace level a 8? Do you rate your peace level a 4? 1? What is your peace level? I want you to, if you're not sharing it here, that's fine. Write it down on a piece of paper, remember it, because once you determine that peace level, we're going to use my little method, and then we're going to compare what you get from my method, what your real peace score, and a tool to determine your peace score, and then a peace score you thought you had. This is powerful. Everything that we're going to be giving you are tools that you can actually use to change your life. Not, oh, I just listened to this live. Now I feel good, but nothing is really changing in my life. At the end of this life, something has to change in your life. That's what we're doing this. That's my mission. Something has to change. So let me know. Think about it. What is your peace score? What is your peace score? Before I did that exercise, I thought that my peace score was at a 6, but I recognize it's way higher than that. And I was really happy be to recognize that and to actually be happy and okay with that. So stay tuned so you can know how to measure your peace. Do not walk out of this live and not know how to measure your peace. So that way, it's like, oh man, I'm so peaceful. Oh man, this is my life is chaotic. No, take a time. Let's look around and determine what your peace score is. Okay. Some misconceptions about peace. Peace is passive. Guys, this is the same way people say love is passive, forgiveness is weak, same kind of things. No, peace is not passive. Hi, everyone. Thank you, guys. Let me just wave some of my people on Instagram. I love to see you guys. I miss you so much. I love being on there. I love it, love it, love it. Peace is passive. That's false. Peace is not simply peace is not simply the absence of conflict, right? Because remember, I said peace is the absence of conflict at the base, but it's not simply that. It requires active effort to address root causes of tension, promote understanding, and build bridges. Peace building involves ongoing work like diplomacy, social justice initiatives, and fostering empathy. So, we're talking about that from a concept of the world event. Think about your life, think about your family. You have a wife, you have a girlfriend, you have a husband, you have a partner, right? You have someone in your life. A lot of people, they pretend that they have a peaceful relationship because they just don't say nothing. They pretend like they have a peaceful relationship, but in reality, do they go and make the effort to address the root causes of tension? Or do they pretend like the tension does not exist? If you're in a state of that, then you're not in a state of peace. It looks peaceful, but it is not peaceful. If you want to get to peace, you have to get the strength and the courage to address the root causes of the tension that exists in your relationships. Check to see the where you have tension, where you have misunderstanding, where some bridges have been burnt within your relationships. It's not because you're not fighting, cussing somebody out that your relationship with that person is peaceful. Are you capable of bringing that person in? I'm bringing Jaya in to have a conversation because ultimately what I'm looking for is to foster peace. And whenever you try to foster peace in a conversation, I had a friend the other day who told me that she put somebody on, she told the person about themselves. You know what I mean? But she didn't cuss, she didn't insult, she just told the truth. She told the truth, and the person should have understood that she told the truth. But then I had to ask a question. What was your objective on that in that conversation? Was, oh no, I wanted him to hear me. I wanted him to learn that what he did was. But I said the way you approached the person was not to really teach them anything. You approached the person because you wanted to regurgitate how bad you felt about what the person did or did not do. That is a different objective from going and addressing the root cause of a situation. Do you attract bees with vinegar or with honey? Although bees, it's really pollen and flowers, but you guys get the gist, right? Do you attract, a lot of times, people try to attract bees with vinegar. People pretend that they're trying to address root causes of relationships, of situations, but in reality, they're just trying to attack the person. They're just trying to start a fight and they want the person to receive it. So, again, when you think about peace, think about the objective. If the objective is to get to the root cause of a situation, there's a way you approach the person. You don't approach them supercharged with negative energy. You might be able to convey those negative feelings that you have, yes, but in a productive, constructive way, not in a way that you're just blah, 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 blah. This is not you trying to, again, because peace talks requires courage. It requires you to overcome and go beyond yourself in order to have that conversation with your partner, with your friend, with the business partner, with whoever slighted you. Whenever you're getting into a conversation with someone, ask yourself, what is the objective of that conversation? A lot of us, we say it's for peace, but we don't come in peace. So what are you really trying to do? Be honest with yourself. And maybe this was not the conversation that was going to foster peace. Okay. Peace is utopian. Some people think that. Some people think that peace is an unrealistic ideal, a perfect world that's impossible to achieve. So there is never going to be world peace. But again, remember what I said, peace is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuously working towards reducing violence, fostering cooperation, and creating a better world, even if there will always be challenges. So things will always happen. But how do you address it when they come? Do you address them with, like, with your fist balled up? Or do you address them with an open mind, which requires strength that a lot of us don't know how to activate inside of us? I'm not going to say we don't have it, we just don't know how to access strength inside of us because it is truly hard. It is much easier to be violent, it is much easier to destroy. If I take this cup and I break it, I can break it in 1 second. How much time is it going to take for me to put it back together? That takes time, courage, energy that a lot of people don't have, that a lot of people don't want to take. A lot of ego and pride has to be set aside. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nana. Ego and pride. But ego is exactly the what stands in front of us in anything else that we want to do. Your ego is not bad. Your ego is like a wild dog, like a wild animal. Are you going to control it or is it going to control you? I don't know if you guys know this thing about the elephant, right? This guy, I can't remember the name right now. If I remember, I'll put it on the live, on the chat. This guy made a really good analogy about your ego and people. Your your ego is the elephant, and you, the rider of the elephant, is your the rest of yourself, your heart, the things you want to do. Imagine a big, huge elephant who's out of control. The elephant is going right and left. The elephant does not come in peace. The elephant, it's a wild elephant. You need to control. Ego has to be tamed. Exactly, Nana. You need to control your elephant. So when they're saying control your ego, control your elephant, because you're riding it. It's the one that's doing things. It's the one that represents you in front of people. Typically, your ego is your persona, is what's coming up. Is it wild and out, or are you able to tame your elephant? Check your ego. But peace is not utopian. It just requires strength. It just requires responsibility. Ingrid Grace has a show on the No Filter platform where she talks about responsibility. You will notice that everything we talk about is connected. She said that taking responsibility for yourself, as part of that, is taking responsibility for your ego. I know I'm not saying anything that you guys don't know. But what I want you to do is connect with what it is that I'm trying to say. Everybody's at a level on their journey. I'm helping every single person take one step forward. Wherever you are in your journey, at the end of this live, I want you to take one step forward because that is what makes the world. That is what makes everything. The atom is very, very small, but it makes everything we see in the world. Same concept. One little step. Every day you make one little step, your life will change. Don't be looking for that miracle, guys. Don't be looking for that jackpot. The jackpot is, you know what, if you're lucky, the stars are aligned, you get a jackpot. But this cannot be a life strategy. Waiting to win the jackpot is not a life strategy. But taking one step at a time, slowly, one step forward is what's going to change your whole life. And this is how the world is going to change, by changing one step at a time. So we're talking about peace. Is it a sexy topic? Maybe not. But is it necessary for anything else? Yes. So let's talk about it. And let's be real and honest about it and what it means. And let's stop. Like myself, I did it in the past. I completely dismissed peace. I got into a relationship with someone that was a huge train wreck. I saw it, but I said, oh, I mean, again, not underestimated, I took for granted the peace that I had because I always had peace. So I took it for granted, not realizing that I was just giving it away for this roller coaster that I got into. But had I said, man, what am I lacking right now? And I would have recognized, oh, peace is what I'm lacking today, right? Another one, misconception about peace. Silence equals peace. Oh my God. I'm sorry if I screamed in your ears. Oh my God. No, silence is not peace. It's not because you're in a relationship with someone that you despise, you're not happy, things are not working out for you, but you say nothing, then you're at peace. It's not the case. As a matter of fact, you're creating a tumult inside of you. You create this ouragan inside of you that is not peaceful. It doesn't look like it, but it manifests inside of you. So silence is not peace. It's not because this woman, you see her walking around, this man, you see them walking around always smiling and peaceful, that they are peaceful. They might be going through a whole lot. You know, that's why they say don't judge a book by its cover. You cannot be looking at someone. Silence can be passive aggressive and solves nothing. Exactly. In order to form peace, you have to be able to want to have active conversations. You have to want to step up and take the courage to have the uncomfortable conversations. So, if you want peace, you better be talking. Most peace is an active work. Peace is something you do on a daily basis. Peace is a daily choice that you make. So please, silence is not equal to peace. Let's remove that. And everybody who's taking peace and hiding behind it, I'm with you. I'm going to give you a big virtual hug because I know it's real. I know sometimes that it's really hard, some of the things that we go through. And we want to keep a level of normalcy. We want to keep a level of everything is okay. Just like what I did, manifesting disease, exactly. Just like what I did when I was a child. My life was good. I had it good. The moment that I was hit with poverty and with kids dying around me because they were just poor and somehow they didn't have what I had, I decided to become silent. I chose silence so I can have this makeshift peace, so I can have this pretend peace in my life. I chose silence. The same way a lot of people in toxic relationships, in toxic work situations, people who are not feeling good inside of their bodies and they stay silent, they're not at peace. Peace requires strength. Peace does not require je vais me la couler douce. Silent leads to resentment. Speak up and get it resolved. Thank you, Dune. Exactly. Silent leads to resentment. The more you keep it, it fosters. It's going to create something inside of you. And what Jaya says is going to end up manifesting diseases. I'm past 40 now. I can see how the impact that stress and situations actually have on me now versus before. When I was a kid, I could stay in complete denial because I had so much health inside of me. You know, my health was like this, and then that denial was like this. But as you grow and you're not dealing with your stuff, your health is decreasing because we don't really know how to sustain our health. We don't really know how to take care of ourselves. We just give our bodies to the doctors and think that the doctors are going to save us. But it's not the case. We're not taking responsibility for our health. So as we're growing, people are like, oh, yeah, when I used to be young, my body used to be like this. No, it's because you were not nurturing it. You were driving a car and never doing an oil change. What do you think is going to happen to your body? Of course, your body's going to age. Now I'm 40. That's why I'm looking like this. No, you look like this because you spent 40 years doing nothing. That's what it is. And let's embrace that. But I always say, We are all on the live today, meaning we're all alive, meaning we can make a different choice. Hello from Spain. Thank you, Spain, baby. Thank you. I need to go there, please. This summer, I want to go. Jep Yaga, thank you for being on. Okay. So, again, peace is not silent. Speak up so that your health can be better. And I'm going to give you a little hint. The School of Superpowers, I'm talking about personal development. My mission is to help in matters, is to teach on matters of health, wealth, personal development. You guys know I have a course already, which I'm going to talk about more at the end. A course that I put out there called Your Pathway. Okay. It's a personal development course. And now the School of Superpowers is turning 1 year, and I'm going to launch my first health content. I'm trying to say content because I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, because it's important as part of humanity's evolution. The School of Superpowers is looking to help humanity evolve. The School of Superpowers is here to help everybody here to do one thing different, one little thing, one tiny little change. I want you guys to leave. Sabine Gallier, hi. I want you guys to leave the show with one little thing, that your life is a little bit better. And it is possible. Don't think it's not possible that you're sitting listening to me here and you're not going to find something that's going to change your life. Don't think that. It is absolutely possible. And I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give plenty to you. So please, silence equals peace. That's not true. That's a misconception. Peace is only about nations. That's another thing. You remember, oh, world peace. But world peace means you are at peace. If the world is at peace, it means every single individual is at peace. That's what it means. So when we talk about world peace, we're talking about individual peace. We're talking about every single individual on the planet having peace. When I was living in Haiti, hi Arve Lotio, music. When I was living in Haiti and I was confronted with poverty, I was like, oh, but I was at peace and I thought that was okay. But then they were not at peace and I thought that this is just how life is. But really, when we're talking about peace, we're talking about peace for all. It probably would have been better. And you know what? I'm encouraging my son to step up more than I stepped up around that time. If you see something, say something. Don't accept. You don't have to accept anything as a status quo. If you see something, you are allowed to express yourself. You're allowed to take a stand for what you believe in, for what is wrong, because then you're fostering peace. Because then you have the courage to step up and communicate those things that people are uncomfortable talking about, right? He's 9 years old and he's going through stuff at school. He says the school lunch is bad. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to sit here and eat the bad school lunch? Or are you going to write a petition, get people involved? Oh, what if they kick me out? What if they kick you out? You stand up for what you believe in. We'll figure it out. It's going to be all right. But it is important for us to start teaching ourselves and our kids to step up. So, all of what we're talking about, please talk to your kids about it, because I talk to my kids about the same topics so that we can all evolve. Okay, let me continue. Peace is weak. No, peace. Thank you for the energy you bring. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elvio. Um, Peace is weak. Peace is not weak. Again, it's because it requires strength. A lot of people don't have the strength or don't know how to tap into their strength. I'm not going to say they don't have strength. They do have strength. They just don't know how to tap into the strength and use it. People are afraid. There's a quote out there where they're saying, the absence of, when you're at peace, there's no more fear. Peace is a beautiful thing, Nana. Absolutely. And peace is something, if we knew, we would cherish it. Peace in your body, your mind, and your soul. It's a whole work. It's a lot. Emmanuel George, hi, thank you for joining. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing for you to be to get peace, to acquire peace. Do you see all these people talking about peace all the time? Diplomacy, people are like, these people talking all the time. No, because diplomacy is like, you have to listen to the person. You have to understand how they feel. You take people into consideration. You take people into account. You need to have perspective. Peace requires people to be leaders, at least being a leader in your life. We want everybody here to be a leader in their own lives. Learn to become a leader in your life. Take leadership of your health. We're going to talk about that at the School of Superpowers more. Health, mental health, and physical health. Don't be thinking that it's vain that you're going to the gym because you want to look good. Trust me, looking good is often a reflection of health. I'm not going to say all the time, please. We're not saying that now, but it is often a reflection of health. So we need to take that seriously. What you put in our bodies is important. Let me not do the health spilge. I'm going to start talking about health more in May, okay? But I'm just so passionate about it, and I'm working on that content that I'm going to launch in May for you guys to see. It's really fascinating. Okay. So, we're going to go through some quotes, and then I'm going to tell you how to measure peace in your life. Again, at the end of this live, everybody needs to leave exactly with the tool of how I need to measure. You can be sitting in a metro, sitting in your car. Hopefully, you're not riding when you're sitting in a car, but you know what I mean. You are able to do an assessment of yourself. You need to be doing able to do a self evaluation. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Let me give you some quotes about peace, some people who talk about peace, because these are people that we tend to appreciate, people we've observed, people we've admired. But here at the School of Superpowers, we're not promoting nobody thinking they're perfect, because what I've recognized is a lot of my idols, the people that I follow, the people that I absolutely love, they have a lot of bad things that they did. And then it kind of made me step back and realize that everybody's human. It's not because you did something super great that was really impactful that maybe in your personal life you were not like a hole. You know what I mean? Dessalines, which was one of my favorite, he is one of my favorite heroes. He is my hero. He's Haiti's hero. He's a world hero. But I heard some pretty crazy things about him. But when I take a step back, it's possible that it would be the case in the way that humans were, the way humanity was, the way the human being was, the way the human was seen at that time. The way women were perceived and seen at that time. They weren't necessarily valued. Let's be real. Yes, we had slavery and we had all these things, but women probably went at the bottom, 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 bottom of the barrel on top of slavery. So there's a lot of things that I heard. Look, at the end of the day, we're all able to séparer le bon grain de l'ivraie. I don't know how to say that in English. Oh, separate the wheat from the shaft. That's what it means, or shaft. I think it's shaft. Separate the wheat from the shaft, meaning you are able to. Hi, Christine. Self evaluation. Always speak, my friend. That's right. I want to give you tools to self evaluate. We're going to self evaluate when it comes to peace. And I'm going to give you a few other things that you can use. It's time for us to take ownership and responsibility for ourselves, a minimum, instead of blaming other people for what we have not accomplished. Why? Because we just give our power away to another person and hope that they fix everything that's wrong with us. When in reality, there's a lot that we can do to help ourselves. And that's what we're doing here at the School of Superpowers and also on the No Filter channel. Let's go through some quotes. You will not find peace by avoiding life. Virginia Woolf. You will not find peace by avoiding life. Isn't it what we just said? Peace is silent, meaning, let me do less so I can be happy. Let me not have this conversation. Let me not. So now you have resentment, you have all these things happening in your life. Some people are dealing with panic attacks, but it's really because they've never expressed themselves. And a lot of doctors are saying that, right? Panic attacks oftentimes are related to unexpressed feelings, right? All the diseases are related. There's an emotional component to all the diseases, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not allowed to say that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But what if it's true? What if we can do something about it for free? Why would we not take a peek and do what we got to do there, right? So she said that you will not find peace by avoiding life. By staying silent, you will not find peace. Peace is not in the silence. Okay? Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King. This is under the concept of world peace, right? If you want peace, it's not by destroying, by being wrong and strong, by having your guns blazing, by saying the big words, by being like this. This is not what's going to create peace. Is in fact able to overcome that. So going beyond your animalistic instinct and reach for that higher consciousness that will allow you to tap into love, tap into understanding, tap into acceptance of self and of others. We have to face the good and the bad within us first. Nana, you see what you just said? This is what we were talking about 2 weeks ago about reconciliation. We need to learn to reconcile with ourselves. So when we're talking about peace, there's an element of reconciliation that's involved. Meaning, are we perfect? No. Am I gonna mess up one day? Yes. Am I gonna take a knife, a spiritual knife, and stab me myself in the heart? That's what we do to ourselves when we make mistakes. We hate on ourselves and we're not giving ourselves love. And what it does not foster peace, right? So if we want to foster that peace, then we need to maintain it. We need to work on reconciling with ourselves, meaning accepting the good and the bad and realizing and accepting who we are and where we are. And that it is okay and not have the self judgment and all the resentment and the negative energy that we typically send to ourselves when we're not perfect, when we didn't show up perfect. Okay. Mahatma Gandhi said, oh, the other one was Martin Luther King. Okay. Right? Hate cannot drive hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King. Again, one of the pioneers. Actually, he was not a pioneer of nonviolence resistance. He was a student of nonviolent resistance. Gandhi was not even the one who started nonviolent resistance. All these people learned. This has been a movement that has been happening since the world was the world. There's a lot of people that understood with that higher consciousness that they had even back in the days. They understood that in order to fight violence is not with violence. They understood the concept of non-violent resistance, this movement to fight violence with non-violence. This is a huge movement that Mahatma Gandhi got on into and that Martin Luther King used for his whole campaign, in his whole fight for civil rights. He understood that that was the best thing to get us to peace is non-violent resistance. Meaning, if somebody's attacking you, oh, they attack me, I'm going to attack them back. We're never going to end. The other day, my son and my nephew are fighting. And I asked my son, choose to be the one with whom violence stops. I want him to punch you in the face. And I say, he punched you in the face and you stop it there. I'm not saying give the other cheek. This is not what I'm saying. What Jesus was, again, was simply trying to teach us is to not fight. Okay, but people misunderstood that. That's what Jesus was saying. Instead of love the person in front of you, move past that. But it has to stop with someone. And I asked him, it's either it's going to stop with you or with him, but it needs to stop. Who's going to give the last punch? Let the last punch be done to you. So you now have to take the courage to step over and beyond and stop this violence. That takes courage. Because imagine how angry you are, how much you just want to punch that person in the face, how much you just want to slap that person or kick that person. Imagine the kind of strength it requires to foster that peace and to say, look, this is my boundary. And I definitely said more to him after that, right? You have to set boundaries with people and hold people accountable to that boundary. But you do not engage in violence with no one. Somebody's trying to do that to you. You have to develop non-violent strategies to fight against violence. And the kids need to understand that because of bullying, because of all these things that happen at school, they need to learn the techniques to manage that. But it's never going to be gun blazing. It cannot be that because violence will never end. Another one. Peace is its own reward. I love that one so much. His name is Dag Hammarskjöld. He's from Sweden. It's difficult to pronounce his name, but he was a former Secretary General of the United States, and I even believe he got killed. Okay. But he says peace is its own reward. So this is a guy who spent all of his time talking and talking with nations, trying to foster peace. And then he was able to understand that peace is its own reward. So you're not going to create peace and have something else. That's the reward. The reward is you get peace. You fight for peace, you get peace. It's its own reward. Okay? I could give you a few others, but I'm not going to because I don't want the live to go too long. I'm probably going to go maybe 15 minutes after the hour. I think it's going to be the time for me to give you the technique on how to measure peace in your life. But remember, why is peace important? Peace is important because it fosters security and well being. We can understand that, right? If you're living in Haiti right now, you know exactly what I mean. You just want peace. To a minimum, right now, we just want the peace so we can have security. Security is a base foundation. It's a basic human right to be safe. It's not a luxury to be safe. Peace fosters security and well being. So when you have a group fighting with the other group and it's gun after guns after guns after guns, it's not, peace is never going to come with that unless everybody dies. Who's going to stop it? No, we know Haiti. We, we know what's going to happen, right? Another higher power is going to come and we're going to stop. Okay. Well, the desire is not for peace anyway. So let me move on from that. Peace is also important for progress and development because now when you have peace, people can actively focus on doing. Right now, nobody in Haiti can be productive. It's very difficult. Let me not say nobody because some people are still overcoming the situation. But it is very difficult for people to be productive right now in Haiti because there's no security. So you cannot move right, you cannot move left. You can only live in a little corner in front of your phone. And maybe if you have internet, if you have electricity, if your phone is charged. So it's really difficult when you don't have peace to have progress and development. So now everybody's living at a low level. Everybody vision is blurred. My vision? You're not seeing me well? Nana, is that what you're saying? Let me know. So progress and development, okay? Human rights and justice. Peace is crucial for human rights and justice. It's crucial. Oh yeah, the vision is blurred in Haiti. Exactly. There, the best way to keep people in a state of animalistic state is by making them fend for their lives. Animals in the jungle having to try to live out, having that's how they keep us in Haiti. And when you keep people like that, they're not able to think. There's no progress. There's no nothing else because the only thing that they care about is survival. When you keep people in a survival state, nothing else happens. When you are in a relationship with someone and you're living in a survival state because there's abuse, because there's toxicity, nothing happens. Nothing can grow. I was in a relationship, guys, for many, many years. My hair did not grow one bit. My hair did not grow. And that's when I recognized I was like, man, it was seemingly a healthy relationship. It was a seemingly peaceful relationship. I remember I had a plant that never grew one leaf for all these years. My hair did not grow at all for all these years. It was like impossible. That's how you know you're in a state of fight or flight. Nothing is happening, nothing is growing. Recognize those signs around you. Peace is important for problem solving and cooperation because if I want to talk to you, I have to make sure that we can be in a state where we can both receive each other. Importance of that. And also peace is important for individual fulfillment because when you're at peace, peace means health. Peace means health because if you are unhealthy, it's because you have a dis-ease inside of you. Dis-ease, no more ease, no more peace. You see how being unhealthy is also a lack of peace? If you have inflammation inside of your body, it means your body is riled up. Inside of you, it's riled up. You're bloated. So the other day, and that's one of the things I'm working on in my health, my little health thing. I'm looking at myself. I think I'm my body pretty good. But then I see I have a 3-month-old belly, and I was like, what the hell? Why do I have a 3-month-old belly? And I'm like supposed to be thin because my body was in a dis-ease state. I had high inflammation. I was not looking at what was happening inside of my body. I was looking at how good I looked on the outside. I had to take some time and say, Anne Christie, come again. Go back and check and look deeper inside. You cannot look at the outer part and think there's peace. Same thing, peace is not silent. You can look outside and you're like, oh, okay, that she looked good. But no, inside of you, you were not. I had a 3-month-old belly. People were like, oh, just put Spanx on, or at least you have this. Don't let anybody tell you that. Don't let anybody tell you where you need to be with yourself, please. Me, I said, well, I know I needed to lose about 5 pounds. And I also know I need to make some changes in my diet. People are like, but you're already so sexy. Again, don't listen to people like that. People, this is the projection of their own selves. You know inside of you what's going on. There's some people that are skinny fat. That exists. I remember a friend of mine. I know you guys know, some of you guys know who I'm talking about. She used to say, "Oh my God, I'm fat," but she was so skinny. We laughed at it, but then in hindsight, there was nothing to laugh about. She actually was fat for a skinny girl. You know, again, look at what's happening inside of you and fix it. Okay, so let me give you a story about a king. So I'm gonna give you the story, and then we're gonna talk about and I'm gonna give you the tool. There's this king, super rich king, ton of money. His passion was paintings. He was a high collector of paintings. He loved paintings. He had paintings all around the castle. Paintings were everywhere on the ceiling, everywhere. That was his thing. Okay. He said, you know what? I want to make a contest. I want every single person to draw a painting of peace. Whatever you think peace means, put it on a painting, put it on a canvas, send it to me. I'm going to look at all of them and I'm going to pick a winner and I'm going to give them like millions of coins. People are like, whoa. All the artists were like pumped up. All the artists were like, this is my chance to do this thing. So all the big artists came with these big grand images of peace, all of them. Of course, that's the king's thing, right? So he's like, okay, the big day is there. He's super excited to pick the winner. So now he looked at all the paintings. He looked at all the paintings again. And he looked at all of them a third time. And then he picked two. He could not make up his mind between the two. One of them was a beautiful blue sea. The water was so calm that it created a perfect reflection of the big mountains that were behind it and of the big blue sky and the really white clouds in the sky. Like it was like picture perfect. Like, those pictures you like, oh, man, sometimes I do that at night. I go on Pinterest and I just look at pictures and they make me feel good. Right. So that was one of those types of pictures. It was like, crystal blue sky, crystal, like the water was transparent. That's how pure and beautiful it was. And then the second painting had mountains in it too, but the mountains were dry, rugged. There was not one little leaf on it. It was like they had never seen no plants could grow from those types of grounds, right? You had like this huge waterfall that was like devastating the whole, like gushing out water. You had like the sky had eclair, right? Like a bunch of eclair everywhere, right? And then it had big dark clouds, and it was like a nightmare. And then he was standing in front of those two and trying to pick. People were like, what? Doesn't he see this clearly perfect thing? Why is he looking at the other thing? Why does he think the other painting is like good? But what people didn't notice is that behind the, why do I say avalanche? Waterfall. Behind the waterfall, there was a tiny little branch coming out from the mountain that had one leaf on it. And on that leaf, there was a there was a bird that was standing there and was leaning over a tiny little bird nest that had a baby in it with its mouth open, waiting to be fed. And he picked that one. He thought that this one was what represented peace. So this is a lesson for all of us. People are like, oh my God, why would you not pick this? This is clearly peace. No, this is a representation of peace. Because no matter what's happening inside and outside of the world, the bird was at peace feeding its baby. That's same for us. A lot of us, we want peace and we think we need to go to Sweden, to that picture, and sit on the mountain where everything is clean. And we're like, ooh, kumbaya. And then I'm at peace. And then we tell ourselves we can never find peace because we don't, once I go there, then I'll find peace. Once I can afford that trip, then I'll find peace. Then I'll be able to meditate. Peace is something that you foster wherever you are, in whatever situation that you are in. And that's what this painting represented. This painting was the perfect depiction of peace. So when you are seeking peace, don't seek the blue mountain, the waterfall, because inside of you, there might not be no peace. Peace comes from within and it goes outward. And then when you have that peace, then you foster that peace. This bird built the nest in that damn chaos, had the baby, feeding the baby. This is who you need to be, the bird, in that darkness. Nelson Mandela was in prison for 26 years and he was being abused for 20. He was not like comfortably in a jail cell for 26 years. He was getting abused, threatened, all sorts of. He used to go and have to dig his own grave. As a joke, they would make him go dig his own grave. But he was able to foster peace inside of his mind so that when he went out in the world, he was able to actively participate in that peace effort and go. The first thing he went and did, he had to forgive because he understood that that's how peace works. 2 weeks ago, we talked about forgiveness and then we spoke about reconciliation. That's what he did to maintain and foster peace. If you do not reconcile, if you do not forgive, these are crucial elements to sustain peace. Okay, so now I'm excited, guys, to share with you the technique for you to measure peace. It's coming from Jeremy Kubicek. Jeremy Kubicek is an author. He's a thought leader. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's a co-founder of a big bunch of big brands. So this, again, people who went through a lot, who failed at a lot of things, and who succeeded at a lot of things, who lived through many different situations. And he came up, Jeremy Kubicek, he came up with the method to measure your peace. Okay, I wish I had the diagram here, but I think you guys are gonna follow me. Peace is a circle in the middle. Here's peace right here. That's the circle. We're gonna call this peace. In order to maintain peace, we have to measure 5 different things. And I know Beatrice is gonna write that for us. We have to measure 5 different things in order to measure our peace. Peace is not just from 1 to 10 and there's pieces, right? It's like love, right? God said, okay, love, but nobody could understand love. So he had to create the whole Bible so people could understand what love was. I'm sorry. I'm having some issues with my headphones. Hold on. Oop. Hold on. Hold on, my friends. I don't know if you can hear that on my headphones. Hopefully you're not hearing it. Hold on. You know, if I told you what was really happening, my son is using another phone that's connected to my headphones and now it's just coming up and coming up. Hold on, guys. I wish I could just scream at him for him to stop doing that. Okay. Okay, I think we're back on. Guys, let me know on Instagram if you guys cannot hear me, but I think you should be able to hear me now, okay? Just let me know if you're not hearing me. Okay, so Jeremy Kubicek, 5 P's. We're going to measure 5 different things in our lives, and we're going to score those. We're going to measure each one of those things from 0 to 100. We're going to score each one of those things, and we're going to take the average of them. Okay, 5 P's. The first P is purpose. Second P is place. Third piece is people. Thank you, guys. Thank you, BB. Thank you, thank you, Nana, for the sound check. Third P is people. Fourth P is personal health. Fifth P is provision. 5 P's. Oh my God, the sound is doing the same thing. I wish this little kid would stop doing that to my headphones. Anyway, 5 P's: purpose, place, people, personal health, provision. Let's go through each one. Purpose. I'm a master of purpose, right? Because that's what I do. I created a course to help people find their purpose because I thought it was so important. As a matter of fact, out of all the quotes, the School of Superpowers has their own quote. Your soul will never be at peace if you do not give it what it needs. B, please write that for us. Your soul will never be at peace if you do not give it what it needs. That's the quote for peace from the School of Superpowers. I fundamentally believe that when I discovered the power of purpose, which is what Jeremy Kubicek is trying to tell us. Purpose is one of the 5 P's that you need to measure that's directly correlated to your level of peace. Your purpose is a culmination of who you are and what you do. Peace, purpose, is a culmination of who you are and what you do. Is who you are and what you do aligned? Is who you are as a person aligned with what you are doing? Or are you doing things here, but you are this person? The School of Superpowers created a course called Your Pathway to teach you how to realign your life with your purpose. The Your Pathway course is a course that will unveil to you what your purpose is. Because a lot of times you are living like this, but you are like this. And what we need to do is connect those things. There's a lot of unhappiness. There's a lot of depression that comes from the fact that people are not purpose. Guys, I'm going to do something really strange. Zico? Zico? Okay, he can't hear me. I hope he just stopped taking my headphones and putting it on his phone. So purpose is a culmination of who you are and what you do. How many of you? Now, you need to score that one. Purpose between 0 and 100. Write for yourself how you score your life when you think about purpose. Are you living on purpose? If you're living on purpose, I scored myself 95% because I'm living fully on my purpose right now. Fully, fully, fully. And it's just a fantastic journey. I have to create this content so I can tell you guys all of the things that I'm doing, but it's like wild. It's wild because I followed my own course, Your Pathway. I was able to determine what my purpose was, and then I realigned my life with its purpose. Okay? So score your life. Please, if you guys want to share, I would love it. If you guys wanted to share with me how you scored yourself when it comes to purpose. So say purpose 80%, purpose 95, purpose 20, purpose 0. Rate that for yourself. Purpose is a culmination of who you are and what you do. Do they match or don't they match? Some people might not even know. I'm actually going to run a webinar just to teach people how to find out what it is that you're even doing right now. But I'm working on a whole lot of things. So that's 1. 2, place. That's the second P, place. The space that supercharges you, where you live, where you go on a daily basis, your community, your neighborhood, right? Can somebody in Haiti right now say that place is highly ranked? Think about somebody in Haiti right now. Would they say place, oh, I'm ranking? Even if you're living in a big, beautiful mansion, you have a bunch of guards in front of your house, there's no way because you cannot go to your yoga, you cannot go to the gym, then you go to see your friends. You cannot live. Place is your surrounding, where you go, your community. Rate that. I rated myself 85% because I actually want to buy another house. Okay? I want a bigger house. But I love my home. I love my home. I love my neighborhood. I love the place I go to yoga. I don't drive for more than 5 minutes. So for me, where I live, and I love Atlanta, I absolutely love Atlanta, but I'm still not scoring at 100 because it doesn't have a beach. And other things. But I still love where I live. So me, I rated it 85. What are you rating the place that you live? That's your second P now. Someone in Haiti right now probably putting that as 0 or 1 because, hey, I can do nothing. Even though I love my country, I'm not talking about whether you love it or not. Is it serving you? Is the place that you're living in serving you? Is your home serving you? It doesn't have to be a mansion for it to serve you. It has to be meeting your needs. Is it meeting your needs? Check your place. Rate your place that you live in. Is it a 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 100? Third P, people. People are directly linked to how peaceful you feel. The people are the ones who make or break you. Remember, people say, right, you are the average of the 5 people around you. Check around you. Are the people around you supporting you? Are they adding value to your life? Are you happy being around those people that are currently around you in your life? Check your people, check your friends, check your family, check your neighbors. Are you okay with the people that you have in your life? I rated that one a 75%. Rated at 75% for many different reasons. I'm in a transition. I'm going from one place, moving on to the next. So I know for a fact that I'm going to have to leave some people behind and I'm going to have to form new relationships. I'm learning that some people need to be in a different space in my life versus the space that they were in. It's not necessarily a matter of cutting relationships with everyone, but it's more so about how do you place those people in your life so they can serve you at their best. So people, I rated at 75%. How do you rate people in your life? What's the score? What's the people score? Is the people around you supportive? Are they helpful? Are they loving? Are they supporting you? Is something happening there? Okay. Fourth, personal health. You cannot be peaceful if you're not healthy. And when we talk about personal health, we're talking about mental, physical, spiritual. Are you healthy at a personal level? I rated myself at 80 because I went from kind of losing awareness of my body a little bit and being bloated for no apparent reason to understanding what my body needed and understanding what it is that I need to give it. And I'm still in that journey of discovering what my body needs, what my body wants, not what people tell me. Oh, I'm vegetarian today and everybody's trying to be vegetarian. You try to be vegetarian because you think there's the best thing for you and it's not, right? Or, oh, I'm doing keto diet and everybody's doing keto diet because I'm going to do keto diet because, no, you have to have a rapport with your body. Your body has to tell you what it wants, what it doesn't want. It is going to tell you, it's going to react. If you eat something, you rush to the bathroom, maybe that should give you a clue that not is not something you necessarily need to incorporate in your life, right? Listen to your body. Listen to how you feel. I take more naps now. I'm not trying to be a hero. People laugh at me. Oh, ha, ha, ha. That's all right, dude. I'm still going to go take my nap because I know when I take my nap, I'm serving myself and I'm able to function better. Oh, you're an old lady. You take a nap. That's all right if that's what you want to think. But I'm going to wake up and I'm going to look fresh. I'm going to feel fresh and I'm going to be able to attack life. So for you, personal health, how do you rate that in your life? Rate it between 0 and 100. And then you have provisions, your earnings, money, your resources. I'm not talking about how much money you have in a bank account. I'm asking, are you able to meet your needs? I'm not talking about the wants. I'm talking about the needs. Are your needs met? Are you able to buy water, food? You have a shelter? Are your needs met? How much of your needs are met? And you rate that as well. I'm rating myself 80% there too, because I consider myself quite lucky that that all my needs are being met. Next year, you're going to do this assessment and it's going to be different. In 2 months, it's going to be different. So now take all these scores, add them all together. You remember you had numbers between 0 and 100. You're going to add all these 5 numbers together and you're going to divide it by 5. It's going to give you another number between 0 and 100. And that is your peace score. And now be honest with yourself. Am I happy with that? Look at the area that's the driver of your peace. For me, the driver of my peace is 2 things: purpose and health. These are very important things for me. If my purpose and my health are on point, I can deal with the rest. Figure out for you what the driver is. Figure out for you what's the lowest. What is the lowest of your P's? We're talking about purpose, place, people, personal health, provisions. Provision is earnings, resources, money. Which one is the lowest and which one you need to work on? So now you have an actionable plan. You don't need to sit and feeling lost anymore because now you understand what it is that you need to work on. But now you know I'm here to tell you the good news. If you are struggling with the first P, purpose, please, I beg you, take your pathway course. Go to theschoolofsuperpowers.com. Go under courses. You're going to find your pathway. Take it. Is going to tell you exactly to a T what your purpose is. And you will have the ability to align with it on day one. Your pathway is tells you exactly what you need to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, this is what I need to do. It's going to be very clear for you what it is that you needed to do. I was at a place in my life where I was at a 30% when it comes to purpose. I would rate it 30 out of 100. 3 out of 10 is how I would rate my level of purpose. And I increased it to 95%. That was important to me because I recognized how purpose is important in my soul's happiness. Remember what I told you. The School of Superpowers has determined that your soul will never be at peace until you give it what it needs. Do you know what your soul needs? I believe the School of Superpowers believes that your soul needs its purpose. You can pretend all day long. You can pretend you're doing all these other things. Your soul will still not be at peace. You will still feel uneasy, depressed, angry, sad, judgmental, envious, feeling like your life ain't worth it. Your soul will never be, your soul will not go into the cop out with you. Your soul will not say, okay, you know what, that's good enough. It's not going to do that. It's pure. It's just waiting for its thing. And its thing, its purpose. What is your soul here to do? Your soul needs to exist. You need to allow your soul to live. If not, it's just keep tugging at you, tugging at you, tugging at you, and giving you. Beatrice just posted the link online for your pathway course. I hope that somebody posted on Instagram as well for people to access it. It is vastly important. It is crucial. It is essential that you determine what your purpose is and that you walk on your purpose. Look, pa gen wout pa bois jan Haitien diya. So you might not figure out what your purpose is today. You might delay what your purpose is for tomorrow, the next day. Your soul will just be like this. Mm, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to give me what I need. I told you I'm thirsty and you're giving me soda. I told you I'm thirsty, you're giving me juice. I told you I'm thirsty, you're giving me soup. What I need is water. Where is my water? That's what your purpose is, and that's what your purpose does. I strongly urge you to find what your purpose is. I strongly, you know what? There are many tools out there to teach people how to find their purpose. Pick one. If you don't know which one to pick, pick your pathway, but pick something. Determine what your purpose is. Because now that you're going to understand what your purpose is, you're going to be able to move towards that. Please don't worry about, oh, well, my job is paying my bills. Now, if I find my purpose, I'm going to be poor. That is not true because there's so many ways for you to realign yourself. First of all, those 6 hours of Netflix, we can cut it down to half and take that other half to start feeding our purpose. Your purpose does not need you to work 9 to 5 on it. I promise you it does not. Me, I chose that for other reasons that I'll share with you at a different time. Your purpose does not have to be something that you do 24/7, but you need to give your soul it. You need to give your soul it. You need to give it to your soul, even if it's small. If your purpose, I don't know, if your purpose is to write a book about for kids and to be involved with kids, start writing a few words. After you do your pathway course, you're going to discover that that's what you need to do. It's freaking liberating. Oh man, that's going to give me satisfaction. You can take 1 hour every 2 days and write a few sentences on a piece of paper. You truly can do that. On your way driving to go to work, you can be recording your book on your phone. You're going to see how free you're going to feel when you're actually going to be able to do something with your purpose. Do not think that, oh, I mean, it's not a 0 to 100 thing. You don't have to quit your job and start a business. This is not what finding your purpose is.
Finding your purpose is determining what your soul needs and start giving it to it one step at a time. Your soul is not a glutton. It doesn't need the whole thing. First of all, you've never given it anything. For people who have not given its soul nothing, start giving it little bits and pieces. Let's say it is you needing to I don't know, like I have a friend right now, he has a beautiful garden. A beautiful garden, but that's part of his purpose. His purpose is to have that, and he works at it. He has a whole other job, but that's his purpose too. He loves that, but still, he works on it and he grows it. And now I can go like my little self does. It's springtime, and I'm not gonna go to Home Depot to buy no flowers. I'm gonna go to his house and get some butio and to go put in my stuff. But that's what he wants to do. He wants to be that person to be doing that. But he's allowing himself to live that life instead of sitting behind a computer and living a life that is not his. He is carving out time. Every single person here today has 1 hour per week. Every single person on this life, you have 1 hour per week, even if you have 10 kids. What are you going to do with that extra hour? Give it to your purpose. Please take take my course or take another course. Take a course. Do something. Find your purpose. The place, right? Remember we were talking about the place. People are looking to actively leave Haiti right now. People are doing that. People are looking for different homes, different places because they're trying to enhance that. But can you imagine you have 5 P's? If you can act on 3 of them, your overall score is going to increase. What you're looking for, if your overall P score is at 20, it's okay if it doesn't turn to 90 tomorrow. But if you go from 20 to 25 to 30 to 35, you're progressing. Please, the jackpot is not a strategy for life. Miracles is not a strategy for life. Hope is not a life strategy. Luck is not a life strategy. Life needs you to do one step every single day, a tiny bit. Think about an atom. We have billions, trillions, quadrillions atoms that are needed to create anything. Do one atom, do one small thing, but just do it on a consistent basis. Even if it's 1 hour a week, look, even if it's 1 hour a month, but honor yourself. You can take your purpose back in your control. You might not be able to take the place that you live under control, but you can take your purpose back under your control. Another thing you can put under control is people. Unless you are in a prison, right? I mean, most of us here today are able to pick the people that are in their lives. You are able to. Truly, you are able to. Truly, you are able to. There are so many things I could say. Oh no, but I'm married to the person. Oh no, but oh no, this is my family member. Oh no. It's not about eliminating someone. You can also create emotional boundaries with people. You can always create psychological boundaries with people. Put people back in their place so that your peace can be sustained. We talk about personal health. Stop. You don't have, oh, I'm 300 pounds. The only thing I can do is go to a surgery right now. No, because the first thing you can do, you can start by drinking more water every day. That's going to increase your personal health. You can start meditating every day. It costs $0 to meditate. $0 to meditate. You don't need fancy music. You don't need AirPods. You just need yourself to sit somewhere. Remember that painting about peace. You can be meditating in the middle of chaos. You don't need to go into that pristine place to meditate. You can meditate wherever you are. Take back control of your personal health. Take back control of your mental health. You don't need to wait to see that doctor that you cannot afford to tell you what you need to do, who's going to prescribe you other medication. Take control of your health. Figure out Google. Google is still free. I feel like one day Google is not going to be free. I feel like the internet is not going to be free at some point. I feel like YouTube, you're going to have to pay a subscription to watch any video on YouTube. Go to University of YouTube. Go learn some ways that you can increase your health. There are so many doctors that I'm following right now. Doctors, I'm following dermatologists. I'm following gastrointestinal doctors. I'm following all sorts of doctors online. These people are sitting here giving their stuff for free. They went to school. They're giving it to you for free. Guys, what are we doing? Go get that knowledge and go apply it to your life. Why not? They're telling These are all the things that they cannot tell you in that 15-minute consultation. They don't hate you because you're spending 15 minutes. It's because the system forces them to only spend 15 minutes with people. So they have to just go through. But you, what do? You think your health is only based off those 15 minutes they give you every year for your annual physical? What do you do for the rest of the time? Oh, my doctor didn't tell me nothing. No, take responsibility. So now, out of those 5 P's, you can already do 3 of them for free. Okay, maybe your pathway course is not free, but it's a small, tiny investment. You can do your purpose, you can do people, you can do personal health. 3 out of those 5 things. Let's say you're struggling for money right now, you're struggling for resources. By increasing these other elements, you will potentially be able to increase your resources. If you know what your purpose is today, I guarantee you will make money off of it. Well, if you do it with your pathway course, because your pathway course is designed for you to find a purpose and utilize it to make money. Because we're not out here trying to believe, oh, I needed to be a soprano in Italy and I don't, okay, that's impractical. What do I do with that purpose? No, you're going to be able to determine what your purpose is and know exactly what you need to do for it to bring you provisions, for it need to bring you resources. That's how I designed my course. Some other courses are designed differently. I don't know how they're doing it. You can take those things into account. Your resources are going to increase, your health is going to increase, the people around you are going to change because you're making those changes and you're connecting with the right people. Hey, your place is going to change next because you're changing, your life is changing, your resources are changing because now you have the side hustle on top of that job that you have. You have a side hustle that's really nurturing you, really fulfilling you, and bringing you a ton of money that you did not necessarily even need because you had that 9 to 5 job already. Take control of your life and take control of the peace in your life. All of what we're talking about is to foster peace. The course that I created is to foster peace because I'm saying your soul will never be at peace until you give it what it needs. Okay? Anyway, guys, this was long. It was an hour and a half, but I really wanted to bring you that. I really wanted to bring you the 5 P's. Please do this exercise. Don't play lightly with this. John Gino Duyon, thank you so much. Don't underestimate what I'm saying here. When you're laying on your bed, just take a little piece of paper, just take your phone and write in your notes. Thank you so much, Nana. You know I love you. Just write on your phone. Just do it for yourself so that tomorrow when you wake up, you feel better. And I have so many other things I'm going to share with you in that new content health launch that I'm going to do in April. All the small things that you can do to actually feel and be better. So you can be better, so you can feel better, and so you can be free because me, freedom is everything for me, okay? Freedom is everything. Freedom is everything. But you get freedom when you get all these things under your belt. Thank you so much, Morales. Thank you so much, Ale. When you get all these things under your belt, you become more free and more in control. Nobody can tell you nothing because your eyes are calé now. Your eyes are open and you're able to kind of take charge of yourself. Please do that, guys. Please, please. Please do something. Do something. Let me know. Even after this live, send me a DM. Send me a DM on the School of Superpowers and Christy Guillaume online or even on the No Filter platform. I'm sure I'm going to find that message as well. But do that for yourselves. And also, lastly, I'm going to just one last plug. One last plug. So, I've started having conversations with people who are a little bit interested, might be interested in running their ads on my show. That's okay. We can talk, especially if this is something that's going to help people. Absolutely. Connect with me, communicate with me. Not everybody wants to put their face out there in selling their products, right? I get it. Not everybody wants to, we need people. We all need each other, okay? So if you guys have something that you want to advertise on my platform, let me know. Send me a DM. We can talk terms and we can decide how we're going to do this, especially if this is something that's going to help people. Of course, we're not going to be selling cigarettes on the platform, right? We're not going to sell things that are destroying people. I have a whole chapter on toxins. And please, we all do toxins. I drink, but it's a toxin. We have to be clear and honest about it, okay? So, as long as it's something that's going to help people in any kind of way, even if it's something that's going to make people laugh, because laughter is important. Anything that you guys want to advertise on my platform, let me know. We can work something out. I will talk about it for you. I will always reserve 15 minutes on the show to talk about anything that we want to promote. Okay. And also, I'll probably have a flyer. You see where the comments are? I'll probably put up your flyer, or I'll put up your product. That way people can see it. This is all about learning and sharing knowledge and sharing things that you think can help another person. That's what YouTube University is doing with all these doctors. I have to go on their pages and I'm like, please, thank you so much for giving us all this thing for free. Shit, can I send you money? Can I send you money? Can I send you something? Because a lot of people are sharing a lot of things for free. I don't know that the world is going to stay like this in the next 5, 10 years, guys. In the next 5, 10 years, before for you to play a YouTube video, you're going to have to pay per minute because there's so much valuable content out there. So let's take advantage of that. We are at the beginning of something. We are at the beginning of something. Let's take advantage of that. Okay. So, guys, I love you. I could talk for another hour. You know this, but I do have to go. I know my support group is like, and Chrissy, can you stop talking? Okay, guys, I'm going to stop talking. But I love to hear from you. Also, if you guys have a topic you want to talk about, send me a DM. Because, again, it has to be relevant, right? I'm going to talk about, I think peace is important, but you guys might have another topic that you want me to discuss. Let me know. Send me a DM, send me an IM. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know what you want to. Plus, I love talking, I love storytelling. So just let me know, okay? Nana, thank you so much for being there. Thank you for being so supportive. I love you so much. I'm coming to Montreal this year. We're going to see each other. And so that's it, guys. I love you. Send me a message. Stay connected with me. If not, I'm going to see you in another 2 weeks. Eventually, I'm going to start doing it every week, but when I tell you my purpose is like choking me because I have a lot that I'm doing. Oh my God. Like, it's just like it's so every day something happens in my life now. Like, my life is not non-eventful and it's pretty awesome. But now I have a coach who's trying to tell me, and Chrissy, try to do less. So that's why I'm resisting the urge that I have of doing this show every week, because I have a lot of other things going on that I need to tend to. Okay. So again, stay connected with me. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Stay at peace. Love you. And the live, and then to my Facebook and Instagram, Facebook and YouTube people, now I'm saying bye to you guys, and I'm ending this live right about now. End the stream. Bye.